Hello everyone, the Chart Guys have been working on an introductory technical analysis course for quite some time now, and after surveying hundreds of traders with what would be the most sought after information regarding technical analysis, we came up with this course, When to Enter and Exit. It covers over 5 hours of the basics on when to enter and exit, and we feel after watching this course it will help build a foundation of technical analysis knowledge which will eliminate a lot of the uncertainty in the world of trading stocks. So the course outline, we go over the psychology of trading, establishing a game plan, the different indicators we use to signal a bullish and bearish entry, how to recognize support and resistance levels, poor entries, where traders make mistakes, exit targets, how do you know where to sell your trade, where to place stop losses, that's very important, minimizing losses is what keeps you in the game long term, my personal preparations, how I go about getting ready for each trading day, and then piecing it all together, utilizing all the information we just learned and how to apply that in the real world for making successful, profitable trades. As a bonus, we also include a lot of information on finding entries and exits utilizing patterns, and you can find these patterns on every time frame on pretty much any stock and commodity trading, and certainly being able to recognize those patterns can give you an edge as well. So we hope you will check this out. Again, it's an introductory level course. So if you are new to technical analysis and trying to get a firm grasp on things and feeling a little bit overwhelmed, then this course is for you. I hope you check it out. Appreciate you watching. Checking in on CMG SKX NKE and TWTR. So the CMG bulls showed up today, and we closed up near the high of the day. We're in a tightening range as we're heading into earnings on Thursday. The bulls are looking at 425.61, the highest price we've seen in 3 months. And we're looking down at support, the low of that consolidation of 412.17. So watching for a clear break on the weekly time frame. 50-week moving average, 421.66. We're right at that level. It rejected the price last week. But I'm more interested in the reaction to earnings and whether it's going to break this lower high pattern, which is already on the verge of breaking as we're trading sideways over the past 3 months. Looking for a move up towards 500. That would be a target. We've got clear 440 resistance, then up to 467, and then looking up towards 500. Or if it's a bear reaction, we're looking down at the lowest price we've seen, 352.96. So very interested to see which direction we're looking at after earnings and whether we get a break of the range that we are currently finding ourselves in. SKX bull showed up today, closing at the high, a big bullish reversal candlestick, and following through with the bullish reversal candlestick from yesterday. So the bulls are clearly defending this area down in the low 24s, 24.16, 24.33, 32. So we need follow through and a bullish confirmation candlestick tomorrow. And then we're looking at the 200-day moving average resistance, which rejected the high of the last bounce attempt, 26.06. So it is still a tight sideways trading range. These Bollinger Bands are supporting the price and rejecting the price. And we're going to have to see a clear breakout or a breakdown to get out of this channel. And we're still keeping our eye on the gap at 23.09. UA got absolutely crushed on earnings, and it seems these apparel names, SKX, NKE, UA, they're in some long-term downtrends, and there is no sign of that changing. And we could see it back here. SKX would have to get over really 32.71 to start to change this trend, and that is over a 25% move from where we currently stand. So bulls are still defending exponential support on the weekly time frame, but I would just like to see a clear bearish entry point, and it might be this 50-week resistance again, depending on how the rest of this week goes. If we were to close this week right here, we know the bulls are in control in the short term, and we'd keep our eye on that 50-week resistance, which rejected the high of the last bounce attempt. NKE, bulls buying the gap down open in a huge way, again seeing the downside with the UA earnings. Huge gap down, so from the resistance of $54, we've dropped all the way down to 51.63, but the bulls are buying the dips on these gap downs, and we closed up near the high. The bears do still have momentum, so on these bull moves, we can be looking for bearish entries. Watch the middle Bollinger Band resistance tomorrow. That's going to be around 53.20, a potential bearish entry point. And if the bulls do have a ton of strength and we continue strong, we're looking at $54 psychological resistance again, which has given plenty of bearish entry opportunities in the past week. Weekly time frame, back testing and holding the middle Bollinger Band. So after rejections from that level, now back testing and holding that support, we've got resistance up at $54 psychological, and we'll see if the bulls can break over that level. But until they do, we are looking bearish on NKE due to the overall long-term downtrend. Twitter bulls, we saw that impressive bullish reversal candlestick, and we were looking for follow through today, and we got it in a huge way on increasing bull volume. Big time move to the upside. So we have our low down in the low 16s, higher low, and now a higher high if we can get above 1778. And we currently topped out by 4 cents. We're rejecting from the 50-day moving average resistance, the upper Bollinger Band resistance. Have to break 1778 to see a higher low and a higher high, and look to fill this gap at 1787. So the bulls are absolutely in control in a big way in the short term. And then we'll be looking at the middle Bollinger Band weekly resistance of 1829, and I am scouting a bearish entry on Twitter once the bulls tire themselves out to the upside. But as of this point, not going to play with fire and try and fight these bulls when they have so much volume and momentum behind this move. So keeping an eye out for a big upper wick of profit taking, a bearish reversal candlestick, and that gap fill 1787 will be a potential target to look for that to occur. Weekly time frame, that middle Bollinger Band is what we're looking at for the next resistance. So we'll see how it plays out tomorrow, FOMC day. The bulls keep buying the dip in the S&P 500. So the fact that the market is very strong and near all-time highs and all of these names are still in weekly downtrends, it makes you think, what's going to happen if SPY pulls back? What if we start to form some more significant consolidation than we've seen in the market really in months? And these names are not positioned to hold up well in that scenario. So we'll check back in tomorrow. I appreciate you watching. Have a fantastic night.